Welcome back to Michigan Muckraker. My name's Michelle. Today is May 24th of 2023, and a few weeks ago I stumbled upon an article out of Bridge, Michigan while I was doing some research into economic development here in West Michigan. And the title of the article was Chemical Recycling or Hot Garbage, Michigan Proposal Cooks Up Controversy. And so after further reading into the article, it claimed that a company called Clean Seas had partnered with a company local here called American Classic, and they were going to convert the old sand mold plant in downtown Newaygo, Michigan, into a pyrolysis recycling facility. And so upon looking into the pyrolysis, I figured out that it is a form of chemical recycling, and that ironically, or coincidentally, just the end of last year that this type of recycling was deregulated. So I was concerned primarily because this plant is on the Muskegon River. And just like Goshen, I don't want chemicals on the Muskegon River. I want to keep Michigan clean and pure. And so I was very concerned about this facility. And so I actually, I asked the Newaygo County representative, Joseph Fox, to look into it. And Joseph Fox was voted in based on a grassroots movement, and I'm starting to see why. He actually listened, and I really appreciate him. So I wanted to shout him out and say thank you, because he was able to get me a tour with American Classic Director of Advocacy and Community Engagement, Lola Harmon-Ramsay. And that tour was conducted last Monday on the 15th. And so I had tons of questions answered, and I really appreciate both Joseph Fox and Lola. So I appreciate you. We're going to jump into the article really quick just to show you, once again, where I got the information about the pyrolysis, and to tell you that there is not going to be pyrolysis at this facility. And I'm going to give you all the details right now. First up, this is the article out of Bridge, Michigan, and right there is that Muskegon River. And it claims in this one that a $20 million facility was going to be turned into the pyrolysis, which was based on promises from Clean Seas themselves. Clean Seas enters into joint venture agreement for fourth U.S. project. Now, the two companies still have an agreement, but that pyrolysis facility is not going to be at that plant in Newaygo. It doesn't work out, even though it's 45,000 square feet. It doesn't work for a pyrolysis reactor. So they don't have a facility yet that they're going to try to do pyrolysis, but it's still in the works. And so I'm going to keep my eye on it, but it's not going to be in Newaygo. So that is the good news. And they're not going to be using the rail system for their recycling. It's going to be a mechanical recycling facility. And yeah, right here, this says 50 tons per day is what they were going to start out with, and 500 tons per day is what they were talking about shipping in eventually. Now, that's not going to go through. We'll see where Clean Seas and American Classic are going to put this new facility. Again, I'll keep my eye out. But I wanted to share this story I found. This was from last year. American Classic acquires Cartwright Recycling. So Cartwright was actually owned by these two individuals, as we'll get into. And this is Lola right here, the wonderful lady that gave me a tour. So thank you again, Lola. And yeah, we'll get into this article. And by the way, thank you guys for joining me. Sorry I ran a little bit late today. I appreciate your patience. If you like this type of content, please smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. So this is Bailey, Michigan, American Classic Dumpster Company, a West Michigan service provider of dumpsters, residential trash services and recycling, and Cartwright Recycling, a waste management and recycling provider, today announced a definitive merger agreement to enhance their waste management and recycling outreach. So these two individuals sold Cartwright to American Classics, but they were hired, which is awesome, by American Classics. So they're still working in the recycling business, and they've been doing it for a long time. I think she said 17 years. The merger with Cartwright Recycling, based in Fremont, Michigan, further increases American Classic Dumpsters' reach in West Michigan area. The combination of these two entities will allow the companies to assist their customers in creating a more sustainable tomorrow. Recycling and sustainability are the future of waste management, said Jacob Thompson, owner of American Classic Dumpsters. This partnership is expected to result in greater recycling and waste management efforts and efficiencies. Yep, there's that sustainable again. A merger was formed with American Classic Dumpsters to help Cartwright Recycling broaden its reach in the Newaygo County area, commented Mark Ramsay, Cartwright owner. We are thrilled to partner with American Classic and transition our small recycling business into a larger service area. This will allow us to increase recycling accessibility in our rural area. By joining with the American Classic team, Lola and I will continue to work on keeping recycling alive in Newaygo County and hopefully beyond. And Lola herself said that they're trying for Oceana and Muskegon counties, I believe, but it's all about supply and demand, and right now the demand isn't quite there yet. The merger of American Classic Dumpsters and Cartwright Recycling will operate under the name of American Classic Dumpsters. The merger was accomplished when the two companies realized their recycling aspirations for Newaygo County and beyond were aligned. We feel strongly that joining forces with Cartwright will allow us to realize our strategic goals faster, explained Jacob Thompson. Cartwright Recycling, owned by Mark Ramsay and Lola Harmon-Ramsay, began in 2005 as a residential curbside recycling provider for the city of Fremont. The recycling service has extended into Newaygo County and today is servicing all 6 of the county recycling drop-off centers and commercial recycling routes. For over 20 years, American Classic Roofing and Building Supply has been providing exterior building material across the state for both residential and commercial projects. In 2008, American Classic Roofing and Building created their subsidiary, American Classic Dumpsters, a waste division handling commercial and residential hauling. In 2022, American Classic Dumpster began offering local residential weekly trash and recycling services. So, everything I've heard ever from anybody is that recycling centers aren't profitable. But, I don't think everything is about profit. We need to figure out how to do something with all the plastic. And I'm not sure that pyrolysis is not an answer, but I do worry, again, it's a chemical recycling method. And so I don't think on a river is ever a good idea. Now, of course, no one is going to want it next to them, so I don't know what the answer is to that. But anyway, I'm glad that, again, that I met Lola, and I understand now that this is a local company, and they do care about the Muskegon River as well, and so the facility will not be a pyrolysis facility. This is a mechanical facility, or MRF is what the facility is right now, and that's what it's going to remain, a material recovery facility. And right now it looks something like this. They only have one belt right now, and I have a video to show you just to give you an idea, and I should have put my headset on. Make sure I knew it. I don't know if we'll need the music, honestly. So, this is just giving you an idea of the facility. Okay. Yeah, it looks something like this. But this is much bigger, okay? They are just starting out. They've only been going for like 5.5 months. And so I was able to do a tour, but she didn't want me to film because they're so new, and that's understandable. Startup, it's hard enough as it is. So I just appreciate the fact she took the time to answer my questions. Let's get to... Right, so these plastics come in on a belt, they separate them. Again, much smaller, but it's a $500,000 for their dream piece of equipment to put in there. And so obviously it takes time to get it, and this is what it turns out into, these perfect little squares. And there's no smell, there's no trash outside of the facility whatsoever, and this isn't trash, this is all recycling there. So I have to make sure I don't say trash, because recycling and trash are different. But yes, that's pretty much what goes on. You have separator, it's all mechanical, no chemicals, and that is the number one most important thing. Again, this is I can read it to you. It says, the Newaygo Material Recovery Facility will not be considered for pyrolysis. That's direct quote from her. The logistics of our site does not allow for that type of system to be utilized here in Newaygo. At this time, we continue to have a joint venture agreement with Clean Seas. We do not, however, have any new property or location identified for pyrolysis at this time. So, thank you again, Lola, for the clarification. She explained a few things I'm going to share with you. I can actually... Yeah, tipping fee is $75 right now per ton. And so they do have a grant and a couple grants. Because, again, these facilities are not profitable, but profit isn't everything. $75 a ton tipping fee, and it started out like $20. So it has, like everything else, inflated immensely, unfortunately. But they have an infrastructure grant and a quality improvement grant that were both approved. She actually explained that for a while there, this was Eagle that was taking a long time, and they would get issued the grant, but then no contract for 6 to 8 months after they were approved, and within that time, of course, prices went up, so they need to reevaluate the grant. But that was Eagle. Too slow because of all the bureaucracy, and they're working on getting faster. She said they are getting better since they have a new... It's not CEO, but a new leader of Eagle. So we'll see how that goes. Another thing she said was in March of 2025, the regulations are going to change, and they're going to need to just report a lot more, but in the end, it's going to cost them $20,000. So that's just big government for you. Bigger government, they need more money, right? It's unfortunate. Sorry, I wanted to show you this picture right here is actually really close to what I saw as far as how big the belt system was that they had at the facility. They are doing right now, I have notes so I don't forget anything, that right now 5 to 10 tons of recycling per day, 14 to 20 per day with current equipment, looking to grow using automation. So right now they're doing 5 to 10 tons, and they're hoping to maybe double it, but that would be the full extent of this facility. They want to do shingles. They're not hazardous waste, but of course Eagle wants you to jump through an extra hoop to make it nice and difficult. You need a certain ground cover. So, and that is expensive. So they're working on getting that so that they can turn shingles into a feedstock. So they are mostly post-consumer in Newaygo County, but they also do some post-industrial rolled roofing. And I'm going to show you the types of recycling that they like, which is paper and cartons, all colors and types. Cardboard, empty, dry, and flat, please. Metal cans, empty and dry. Plastic bottles, jars, and jugs, empty and dry. And glass bottles and jars, empty and dry. No bagged recyclables, no garbage, no plastic bags or plastic wraps. In fact, Lola said that please put all your plastic bags, go to Meyer. They know how to take care of them properly, according to her. No food or liquid, empty all containers, no shredded paper. And that is because in that belt machine that you just saw, it's impossible to get the shredded paper out of that. So shredded paper, no thank you, but regular paper, thank you. No styrofoam, no household items or furniture. And locations, Newaygo County recycling hours and locations. We have Fremont, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 56th Street. Brooks Township, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Quarterline Road. Garfield Township, 24/7. Wow, nice. 7180 South Bingham. White Cloud, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. City behind city offices. Grant, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and that's 160th State Street. And last in Croton, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 12 to 5, 5600 East Elm Croton Transfer Station. So, I encourage you to recycle. It will help them out. Again, if you recycle these, they do get money back. I think the best is the milk cartons as far as profit goes, but obviously prices change for everything all the time, so that is subject to change. I think that I'm going to check my notes to make sure. I want to make sure that you have all the information that I have. There's no rural area curbside. That's just because of money. That's not cost effective. There's not enough people in the country, and gas prices obviously are insane right now and gonna probably get worse because it's summer. So that isn't possible, but the drop-off stations work very well, and so I really appreciate what they're doing. I appreciate their time once again to clarify with me and to let me know that although they did have plans, the facility will not be appropriate for pyrolysis, and so we can all breathe a little easier. And once again, thank you to Lola and to American Classic for the tour, and thank you to Joseph Fox, the Newaygo County rep, for listening to a concerned resident and doing something about it. So keep up that type of work and you'll be the first politician I trust. And, you know, I appreciate you guys for being concerned for your community and being aware of what's going on. So I hope you guys have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I might try to get another video out tomorrow on America 2050 plan. I did an interview, I guess. I was on somebody else's show on Monday, and I was talking about Goshen, but I brought up the America 2050, and so to give a little bit more information on that, I think it's important to do a video. So if you like this type of content, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.